Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing? Went to sleep too early, and when I go to sleep too early, I wake up in the middle of the night, and sometimes I can't get back to sleep. So, needless to say, I gotta be up in about uh probably an hour and a half. So before I lay down and take a little nap before I have to get up for work, I decide I'm going to go ahead and do a quick video. Sleeping patterns are weird sometimes. Anyway, I want to talk about. I was thinking about. Oh God, excuse me. They just showed a rat on television, and I just absolutely hate rats. I have a serious phobia about rats, and I had to. I hate rats. I just can't stand the sight of rats. I'm still terrified of rats. So I just seen that on TV. I had to. Excuse me. Anyway, I wanted to talk about um, one of the people that commented on one of my videos said something about about actually my last video I just did where I'm talking about what my kids have to do with what I'm talking about. They said something about I, I'm preaching morality, and even I've heard comments on other videos about basically people saying that, well, you're a single mother and all that like that. How can you know otherwise they don't think I'm qualified to um, talk about when I talk about single mothers, and when I do videos talking about single mothers, and um, giving the women the suggestion and giving women the advice, particularly young ladies, to abstain from sex until marriage, and prevent abstain from having children outside of marriage. I don't know why it is they think that I'm not qualified to speak on that, because they figure because I have two children myself and I didn't get married, then they feel like I shouldn't talk. Well, I feel like I am qualified to speak on that because first of all, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, so witness means you got simply that, just got to witness. So I that's what I do. I am required to be a fine witness on here. So that's part of what I do. Um, I wouldn't be in it if I wasn't doing that. That's a requirement. You know, as Christians, even if you're not a witness, the Bible says that if you are a Christian, you are supposed to witness to people. Um, you know, that's what you're supposed to do, regardless of any religion that you're in. Um, and so that right there in itself qualifies me. And second of all, I have been a single mother many years myself. And because I was a single mother for many years, I know what it's like to be. Excuse me. That's my alarm. I'm supposed to be sleeping right now. I've been a single mother for many years, and um, it's been very, very difficult for me. It's been really a long, hard road, and I wouldn't recommend anybody to be a single mother. I just would not recommend anyone to be a single mother because it's very, very difficult to raise children on your own. And so that also qualifies me to speak on it because I was a single mother myself. I had did it for many, many years, and it was very, very difficult. Really hard is not really the word, but I don't know no other way to describe it. Maybe murder, maybe torture, I don't know. But It's very, 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 very hard. And I would not, I see these young ladies out here, and um, I really want to really tell them that it is not recommended that they have children outside of marriage, that it is recommended that they abstain until marriage. They wait until they find a suitable mate, someone that is going to stick by them. I mean, is there any guarantees? No. I mean, life doesn't offer any guarantees. Because you get married doesn't mean that the man is going to stay with you, but at least you're not putting yourself in a position from day one to have to raise children on your own. And and so I personally would not recommend anyone to be a single mother. It is very, very, very difficult. Children definitely benefit the best when they are raised in a two parent home. When you are a woman and you're taking care of children, you need help. You need help with those children. And I'm not talking about child support, and I'm not talking about a part time dad that doesn't live in the home. I'm talking about you need a husband, someone that is going to provide a second source of income, and someone that will physically help you with the children, and someone that is going to provide you with some type of emotional support while you're raising the children, someone that is going to help you raise and teach and bring up your children. That is what you need as a woman, period, point blank. And it is not in a woman's best interest. It is not in any woman's best interest to be a single parent. I wouldn't really, really be, to be honest, wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy because it is very, very, very difficult to raise children on your own. And so that's why when when a lot of times my videos, I be telling these young ladies um, to highly encourage them to please wait until marriage to have children. It is really going to be in their benefit and going to be in their best interest. I can speak from experience because I did it for many years and it was very, very, very difficult for me. Very, very, very hard. I think without my strong belief and relationship that I've had with Jehovah God that helped me to endure all those years, um, that I was a single mom, because you really, really have to be a single mother. You really, really have to be strong, and you really, really, in order to have that strength, you got to have a close relationship with God. You have to be spiritually grounded. There's just no two ways about it, because if you're not, then you could be putting yourself in even more precarious situations, um, that could cause even more difficulty with you raising your kids. So it's very, very important that when you are a single mother, to have a strong and good relationship with Jehovah God, and He will give you that strength that you need to to um, to endure being raising children on your own and being a single mom, because it is very difficult. And I would not recommend anybody to be a single mom. And I feel like, yes, I am very qualified to speak on it because I've done it for many years and it was very difficult. And my thought is, like, why would I want somebody else to go through the same hardships that I went through? I'm gonna do whatever I can to if I could talk to this young person, and encourage them to abstain and wait until marriage or whatever, wait until you're financially stable and all those things to have children. I'm going to highly encourage that. Because why would I want somebody to go through what I went through? Why would I want a young lady to struggle raising children and being a single parent? Why would I want any young lady to go through that? I know how hard it is. I know how much suffering you have to really go through as a single mom. Why would I want another young lady to go through that? So of course I'm gonna try to do whatever I can to talk to her and encourage her to wait and to abstain. because I'm not going to want to see that young lady go down that road. I mean, it's common sense. It's like when you're a recovering alcoholic. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you're a recovering alcoholic. Let's say you've been clean for many years. Well, someone that is potentially has a potential to go down that same road of becoming alcoholic. Who do you think is the best person for that person to talk to? Would it be someone that's never um, struggled with alcoholism, doesn't really drink, don't really know what it's like to struggle with alcoholism? Or would you rather that talk to someone that has struggled with alcoholism, has been an alcoholic, that struggled with it, and knows the struggle and knows what it's like to be an alcoholic? You know, if you're a recovering drug addict, if someone is a recovering drug addict and they've been clean for many years, and they run upon someone that can potentially become a drug addict, this is the person that you want to talk to. Somebody that knows what it's like to be a drug addict. You don't want to. Why would you want to talk to somebody that's never used drugs, that don't know what it's like to struggle as a drug addict? You want to talk to somebody that has been through it, that has struggled with drug addiction, that has been through it, and they know what it's like to struggle with it. This is the person that you want to talk to. That person can give you some helpful tips to keep you from going down that road. This person can give you some very, very valuable advice to keep you from going down that road. Why would you want to talk to somebody? Like, somebody couldn't come to me, a person that, you know, is susceptible to drug use. Um, they can't come to me on that because I've never been a drug user. I've never been a drug user. I've never experienced drug addiction. I don't know what it's like to be addicted to drugs. I've never used drugs. So I would probably not be qualified to speak on that subject because I don't know what it's like to struggle with drug addiction. But that they want to talk to somebody that has struggled with that. So that person got way more knowledge and experience than I do on the situation, being that they done been through it. So you want to talk to somebody that has experience on that, like somebody, young lady that can potentially become a single mom. I'm the person to talk to. I'm an expert on that because I've been a single mother myself. I know what it's like. I know how hard it is. I know how difficult it is. I'm the person that you can come to and talk about that. I consider myself an expert in that subject because I've done it for many years. I struggled for many years. I know what I'm talking about. So it's the same with anything. It's drug addiction or like maybe somebody, a young black male that has the potential to become a habitual criminal, or maybe he's kind of heading down the wrong path. Well, he wants to talk to someone that has been down that road, that maybe done some time in prison, that has been down that road, and that's who he needs to talk to. And that man can let him know that, hey man, this is not the road to take. I went through A, B, and C. I did time in prison. This is what it's like. You don't want to go down that road. He he wouldn't. Why would he want to talk to somebody that he could talk to somebody that's never been in prison, and get the perspective of someone that, and kind of get an example of someone that's if they're successful, saying, okay, I can make it, without doing this A, B, and C. But then he also want to talk to the person that has been down that road before, and he can tell them and educate them on the consequences of living this life. He can educate this person. These are the consequences if you do A, B, and C. These are going to be the consequences. If you go to prison, this and that and the other is going to happen if you keep on down this road. This man is experienced. He did already done been down this road. He did already did the time in prison, so he knows what he's talking about. He's an expert. This is the person for the young man to speak to. And so um, you want to speak to somebody that is qualified, is somebody that knows what they're talking about because they didn't been through it, because they didn't experience it. And so, when people say, "Well, how do you why what makes you think you can speak on it?" I think I'm fully qualified to speak on it, being that I done been through it. I've done it, been there, done that, been through it, know how hard it is, know how difficult it is, and I can educate. I am fully qualified to educate these young ladies and tell them that, advise them, this is not the road that you want to go down. You want to abstain until marriage. You want to wait until you find a suitable mate. You want to wait until you get some type of financial stability to have children. No, you do not want to be a single mother under any circumstances. Try to avoid it at all costs. I feel like I'm fully qualified to speak on that because I done went through it, I done done it, and I done experienced it. So, um, so I don't know. I don't understand this theory where people think that this because, oh well, you got two kids, so what makes you think that you can speak on it? Well, it's because I do have two kids, and I know how hard it is to be a single mother. That qualifies me to speak on it. Like I said, why would I want somebody to go through? I know it's like watching some of these young ladies. It's like watching a train wreck. I see a young lady having two, three kids without a husband. It's like watching a train wreck. It's like because I already know that that they're gonna have a hard life. Being a single mother is a hard life. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's a hard life. And so if I see a young lady that can potentially go through that, or any young lady looking at my videos, I'm gonna let you know straight up, it is not the road to take. It is not the road you want to go down. Especially all the scrutiny that I've been under, and the scrutiny that a lot of other, particularly black females that are single moms, been under. That's another reason why they don't want to do it because of all the scrutiny and all the judgment and all the criticism. That's another reason why they don't want to go down that road because it's much of a huge stigma for a black woman to be a single mom. So I just wanted to say I was marinating on that. And as far as I'm concerned, I feel like I'm fully qualified to speak on that. Um, Got to see if I can get a little nap in before it's time for me to go to work. Got some more interesting video topics coming up. God bless. This is Sweet Jim.